All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We are continuing the AC6 ranked grind. And we are... Sorry, hiccup. We're getting places. Going off of memory, we were at the end of A3 last I streamed. So it's possible that I could work my way up to promos today. I wouldn't bet on it, but it's possible. Like, I went up more than a full rank last stream, so I could do it again. But it would be crazy to do it twice in a row. So I wouldn't get my hopes too high. We'll at least get into A4 today though and make progress in there. Like, absolute minimum. That's what's gonna happen. But hello, Lego, Rymus, Gustavo, Tidbit, Choco, hello. Explosive thrower goes hard. Fuck the explosive thrower. I hate that thing so much. The explosive thrower is just like, oh, you're close to me, melee, boom, you get hit. If you're anywhere near me, boom, eat this damage, hold it. Where do you even go for, It's been so long. If I was trying to get a decal, an emblem, or is it a player emblem? Do you just do it through here? No, you don't do it through here. Oh, image editor. Okay. I got it. Why is there so much controversy around the Fallout show? There's controversy around the Fallout show? God damn it. God damn it. Worth it? Did you really just browse the, there's like a website, right? Where everyone is like sharing their emblems, their share codes for, you know, whatever, their builds, whatever it is. Did you just go and browse that for like a funny haha emblem to get me to pull up Invincible if it was good? Isn't Invincible supposed to start up again soon? I still can't believe that they gave us 4 episodes. 4. Left us on the cliffhanger that they did. And then they were like, yeah, there's going to be like a 6-month gap in here. What? It's so crazy. This is not going to be very fun. Although, what was in his right hand? Is his right hand empty? The rest of it is out? Since when? Are you shitting me? The rest of season 2 came out? What the hell? Oh. Oh, he had it in his hangar. Okay, what else does he have? Invincible is out? Bro, I need to watch that. The fuck? No one told me. I stand by what I said, though. That cliffhanger, after only 4 episodes of season 2, was insane. No melee punish works for me. He has Moonlight, and I'm assuming he has, like, the super high damage Moonlight spec. Okay. He's pulse armoring.
At 30%.
He was waiting for that. Ah, shit. We're just gonna go for damage here. It's a stretch, but we could win this. It's not entirely unreasonable. Apparently the Fallout show is woke. Anything is woke. As if Fallout wasn't always woke. Yeah, it's kind of... Yeah. Like, I'm not the biggest Fallout lore nerd, but like, saying that Fallout has always been, what's it? Like very left-wing? It's like the least controversial thing you could say about Fallout. Or at least one of.
AP at 50%.
The only thing I've really seen about the Fallout show is that one person on Twitter who did the, here, I fixed this woman's ass on the poster for you. Thank me later. They put her in like the latex suit. Last episode came out a week or two ago. How did no one tell me that the second half of Invincible 2 was out? Because I was waiting. I talked months ago about how pissed I was that it was gonna have like that 6-month gap. Shit. This guy's got a build that just really does not want to play by my build's rules. It's frustrating me a little bit. Ow, I'm dead. Not yet. Apparently, I really thought that was it. There it is. You forgot about time passing? Since New Vegas? Since, like, Fallout 2 at least. Woke in the, like, actual traditional sense, for the record. Not in the, like, oh, this show said something, like, a single thing that I disagree with politically, so now it is woke garbage. Not that, like, actually just the show, or sorry, the show. The series was kind of built on left-wing ideals from at least the very early days. I haven't played Fallout 1 yet, but at the very least, since those days. You politics out of Armored Core? Oh boy, if only you knew. Well, hello, Jess. How far from S rank? We are at the top of A3. Once I get a few more wins, we'll be into A4. And then I have to play through A4. And once I fill up like the rank point bar of A4, then I get to start doing like promotions for S rank. But I think someone in chat told me that the promos for S rank, you have to win like 8 out of your 10 matches in your promos to get into it. So the promos might be brutal. He's pretty much dead. It works for me. Have you got the new YouTube UI? No? Good luck with that. Yeah, that's gonna be the bad part. Getting myself up to the promos is not gonna be too bad. That's gonna be like this stream, maybe next stream. It's the promotions that are gonna be brutal. Comments on the right side and suggested videos under it? Why? Is that on mobile or desktop or both? Or that would be desktop, wouldn't it? You're saying on the right side. So it's a desktop change? That sounds awful. No, I don't have that. It's probably gonna mess with my plugins too. I have a ton of plugins that display data on the right side of a video. You play Helldivers? I haven't bought it yet. I missed like that initial hype at the very beginning. So now I'm waiting for it to go on sale, and I'm going to pick it up. It looks fun. But it's like, yeah, if I'm not playing it at the start, I can wait and just get it for like 20 bucks instead of 40, and then I'll love it even more. A great game for 40 bucks is great. You know what's fantastic? A great game for 20 bucks. Oh. The kiters are out today. Helldivers is very not political. Bro, I've talked about it before, but when Helldivers came out, and there was that small but very vocal section of the gaming community who was like, finally, a good game that isn't built on woke propaganda and it actually has good core ideals and foundations or whatever the fuck. And I was just like, you guys, you know, never mind, actually. Never mind. It's probably not worth it. It's drained all of my energy and now I have to work. I have been behind because of schedule stuff. And then, sorry, just on the same train of thought.
50%.
My ass just immediately bounces. It's the same train of thought, bear with me. I've been behind because of like schedule stuff, right? Like I've had some stuff outside of just videos and such to do this week.
30%.
And then, out of nowhere, a couple of my buddies from high school who I haven't hung out with in person in months were like, hey, we're gonna get tacos tonight. You wanna go get tacos? And I'm like, you motherfuckers, I do wanna go get tacos. You bitches. So I'm getting tacos tonight. Behind schedule and going to get tacos. They let me pick the place though, which is because I'm the taco guy of the group. I'm Mr. like, oh yeah, I got the taco spots. Trust me. I'm a Mexican food fiend.
50%.
And I won't settle for anything less than the best. So I do genuinely know the... Fuck! I was like, there's no way! There's no way! Y'all got any good tacos up there? We do, but they're kind of rare. Like, you really have to find, like, the unicorn spots around here. Most of them are in the city. Most of them are, like, in Minneapolis. There's not much if you're out in, like, the suburbs, and there's certainly not if you're outside of the metro area in general. I've said it before. Minnesota doesn't get enough credit for this, but outside of the actual, like, Minneapolis, St. Paul area, we are actually one of the most redneck states. Now, we're not like Alabama or Georgia or Texas, but like we're up there. We are super redneck as soon as you leave the cities. So there's no good tacos out there. But in the cities you can find some pretty good tacos if you know where you're looking. They say that, then say MGS3 is one of their favorite games of all time. I mean, that's a whole thing. I think I've brought it up that on the Metal Gear reviews, I've gotten some comments that are like, man, this was back when they used to make good games that wasn't filled with all that woke crap. And I'm like, you guys, the MGS3 video in particular, MGS3 is probably the most extreme example of this, but I'm like, the core, like, character arc and development for the game is the main character realizing that the United States government is not an entity that he can trust and, like, becoming an extremist because of the events of this game. Like, that happens in this game. I shouldn't have done this. I wasted my pulse armor. Have you even played Metal Gear? Yeah, it's very... I feel like Metal Gear's fairly centrist. Like, it's got a lot of both. But, like... yeah. I think a lot of that, though, is just, like, the people who think that the speech from the end of MGS2 that the AI gives Raiden about, like, the internet and stuff, is, like, the entire core of that game's message. I feel like that's, at least from what I've seen in the comments, like, the same crowd. You son of a bitch. Just let me get a clean chainsaw.
At 30%.
The boss wanted a world where America and Russia could be friends. Yeah. Is there a sexy woman in the game? I mean, it certainly doesn't pull its punches with the whole like all the talk about Meryl's ass in MGS1, just like the constant talk about Meryl's ass, not like, you know, the one line from Snake or like everyone in that fucking game is talking about Meryl's ass. Everyone who ever comes into contact with her brings it up. I swear. It can't just be me, right? It's everyone. Oh my god. What is AC6 PvP today? It's a Sunday, you guys. This is the day of the Lord. What are we doing? What are we doing? What is happening? Everyone's bringing out their most unholy of builds on a Sunday. Oh no.
AP at 50%.
That hit me. Are you shitting me? Okay. This is what we're doing. All right. Sure thing. That also hit me. We've got a lag match, boys. We've got one. Oh, sweet Jesus. Is that the Loader 4? It is. It is the Loader 4. The one and only. Uh-oh. It was worth a shot. I feel like that's the only way I'm gonna be able to avoid those things is if I'm like straight above you. I can speak English. First language. Oh, of course you have pulse armor. Why wouldn't you? Oh, wow, he went for it. Okay. Where did my target lock go? What? I have not had that happen before. I gotta say, that's a new one. Uh-oh. No swearing at a time like this. I get it, I'm broke. This is winnable, but like, it's not super fun to play against. Winnable, but I'm gonna bitch about it. That's the category this one falls into. You shouldn't have eaten that. I know, like, you have pulse armor, bro. Did I swear? Oh, I did. I said I was gonna bitch about it. Okay. I'll add time to that when I do the Chole wig. Here we go. Here we go. The news sucks. Welcome to, the century? Question mark. Hello, sir. Laser tanks. Still not fun. Still my least favorite build to play against. But hello, Dark Souls 2 as well. Sorry for downer. I mean, I know what you're talking about. I made a little haha out of it, but yeah. I feel like the news just always, I mean, I could go into the whole spiel about how the news is always like intentionally what's the word? Provocative's a good word. Exaggerative. So that, you know, you have a strong reaction, and so that you keep consuming the news. Keeps the industry alive. Even when stuff like this isn't happening, the news always sucks. Sensationalist is a good word, yes. Thank you. That is a good one. Ow. Thank God I popped the armor when I did. No, you're not getting away. Come here. Ah, of course. We're gonna get staggered again, and it's gonna hurt. Youch. We're so dead. We are so dead. Seen the Dark Souls 2 video? Why have you seen the Dark Souls 2 video? I mean, it's funny. People got really mad at me for the Dark Souls 2 video back when I did that. GG. I was too slow. Dark Souls 2 video. I made a troll video like a couple of years ago. Or was it like a year ago? I don't know. My sense of time. It was like titled and like it was packaged as like Dark Souls 2 is the perfect Souls game. It's the best Souls game. It's a masterpiece. And for like 8 minutes, I rambled on about like, this is so great and this is so great. And then at the end, I was like, you guys, this was a little haha. This was a little laugh. Like, you know, it's a little in-joke between me and my community, and people were pissed. People who like didn't know me prior were pissed. People who did thought it was funny. You brought it up when the AC Advanced video was coming out? Oh, did I? Dark Souls 2 isn't that bad though. Like most of the things that I brought up as positives, even if I exaggerated a bit in that video, are like actual positives and like good things about Dark Souls 2. Like it wasn't just total boo hockey. That's an American term right there for you. Boo hockey. That's what they say down south. Boo hockey. Uh-oh.
PVP at 30%.
Stay back. Ah, shit. Oh, okay. Caught myself. Without killing any bosses. Do I think I'll start ACA tomorrow? Maybe? I don't know. If I do, we won't play it for long. We still have a good chunk of 5 left.
50%.
But we're at the end of Ace Combat 5 for stream.
30%.
That word sounds like another word. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, we have like 10 campaign missions about. And then, what's it? Yeah, 2 arcade runs. So we still got like a decent, that's like 3 hours about of content to get through. Actually, that might be a little more than 3 hours. We might not get to start it. We'll see. Depends how much I fly through it, of course. I don't know why it took so long to load back into the menu. How do you beat Dark Souls 2 without killing any bosses? What sorcery is this that I'm not aware of? Hello, Aniket. Is worse than the other Dark Souls. Dark Soulses. Still better than most other action RPG games. I would agree. I would agree. Cheating? What cheating? Oh, to get around the Dark Souls 2 bosses. A bunch of glitches and some save data. Oh, are they wrong warping a lot? Also stun pistols. This is gonna be something. You guys know me, I love a good match against stun pistols. What is he doing? Oh yeah, this is... Oh boy. This feels like a build that is made to upset me. You better have terminal armor. Oh, assault armor though. That's not great. We can work with assault armor, but I'm not happy. Is this a bleed build? Pretty much. If for all the Elden Ring players out there, electric discharge is basically a bleed build. The stat works effectively the same way. What is that you're punishing with?
At 30%.
Oh, I was too slow. We lost. This was a matchup for sure. Oh boy. It is a grenade. It's an explosives thrower. That's what it is. I saw it on his back there. He was just swapping to it so fast, and I have the shades on, so I genuinely did not know. I couldn't even see what he was doing. You didn't say Mihai's full name. I thought about it. It was too much. It was just, that's a lot. That's a whole lot. Garbage take, though. Dark Souls 2, how much? Level with me for a minute. How much of your name is genuine and how much is a bit? I need to know. Because I genuinely can't tell if this is like a character or not. Sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I think he's being genuine, and then sometimes I'm like, is he just like leaning into it? Is he just like having a little goof, little gaff? 120% real. Okay, it's a bit. 120%. Got it. Ow, ow, ow. Rymus, why? What do you have? Pulse. Stay back, demon. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Okay, one more minute of that. For too long for it to be a bit. It's not a character, he's just him. Uh-oh.
AP at 50%.
He's got the laser. Ow, ow, ow. Oh my Jesus. Yep, grenade launchers hurt, especially on stagger like that. That hurts a lot. This grape Zoa is good. Sorry, frosted grape. Frosted grape. Now I can swear. The next time I encounter a laser tank or a grenade launcher or a kiting build. Do I just hate every build in this game? Stun pistol build. I might just hate everything. Actually, Zimmermans are fine. Dual Zims and like a Moonlight. It's not that bad. I'm leaving the stream for 5 minutes. Greater than the Last of Us show? Apparently there's a controversy around it, or so I've been told by chat. I haven't seen people like too upset over it. I do think I heard like one person say that they made some lore changes that they weren't too fond of, but other than that, I haven't heard anything too crazy.
50%.
Jesus, I'm getting kicked a lot.
At 30%.
This dude really likes the kick. Ow, I'm dead. Yeah. Can't be worse than the changes Bethesda made. That's probably true. I know, like, I haven't dug too much into Fallout lore, but I do know that a lot of people who really like the lore of the first few games were super pissed about what Bethesda did in like Fallout 3 and onwards. Dude, Zims just way out stagger me. They're scary. Because, you know, I have like a jack of all trades build as far as like melee melee stagger punish goes. Where, you know, I've got like a close to mid-range FCS. Etsugens because they're a good mix of damage and stagger buildup. We've got a good amount of like potential range to where if I ever need to like kite an enemy, like if it's a flamethrower build, I can just hang out. I don't have to go in on that. I can just hang back and win pretty easily. And then I run into like a dual Zim build and I'm just getting staggered left, right, and center and I can't keep up. It's brutal. I just gotta find the counterplay for it. So I'm sure I can counterplay it better. I just gotta figure out how. And now I can take these off. Oh, god damn it, he's back. Okay. Probably just a few terminally online Twitter users. I mean, that's almost always the case. Maybe I should play dual Zim? No. Because then I'm screwed in like every other matchup. You know, it's one of those things where like I can't change my build just to better compete against one specific matchup. Because I do have a build that wins, or at least is very viable in the majority of matchups that I find. So I can't like overreact to a single matchup being really bad for me and change everything for it. Oh my god, that hit me! We're doing it. We're bitching about lag again, you guys. It's a PvP stream. Oh, I really wanted that. And Changchen. Which one is that? Is that the big box mag one? I actually haven't tried that. Where is your pulse armor? Why do you do that sometimes? He did it the last time I played against him, where every once in a while he just doesn't pop it, despite the fact that I'm right there with a charged chainsaw, about to cash in my 10k damage. He just eats it for no reason. I don't get it, but I'll take it. Like, I'm happy when he does it, but why? Might look at that. Oh. See there, he used it, and now I'm gonna eat damage. Or not. I kind of got out pretty okay. Shit, that was my bad. What?
30%.
Oh, FromSoft, please. Please. Oh. I am so upset about that one. That was like the worst time to get hit with a chainsaw bounce. What was that? Like every once in a blue moon, the charged chainsaw will do that where you just straight bounce off of them. It's like once a stream, I get one of those where I just bounce off, and that was like the worst time to do it. Yeah, this is the one I was thinking of, the box mag one. Okay. I would probably want to put that in my, yeah, my left. I'm stupid. This is my left. I want to try this actually, just for like a constant pressure tool. Hello, Lorenzo. Looking at the numbers, I have a suspicion that I will probably go back to dual Etsugen. Oh, what's the range? I should have looked at the range on this. What's the range on this thing? Who knows it? It's just a rough. I don't need it to be exact. Who knows roughly? Less by 2 than the Etsugen. 140. Oh, 140. Do not. I mean, that's fine. I'll take that.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
That was my bad. I made a mistake. I have made a mistake. I should have looked at the numbers more. I feel like I don't even know what I'm working with here. Like I don't even have an understanding what's in my hand. Oh, fuck. That's not good. Good night, girl. That was my bad. That was all me, actually. It's a little painful. I really should have looked at those numbers though. Hold on. I really just like, I glanced at damage and stagger and that was it. But then I realized once I got in that there were so many numbers I should have looked at. Oh, okay. It has a max range. Yeah, okay, 2 less. 2 less. That was right. Max range of 235. A Ludlow has more range. Less recoil. I know the mag size is smaller, but like literally everything else is better on the Ludlow. I might try that. I'll take that for a test spin too. Same thing, but... is also slower. Velocity is important. I did notice bullets were kind of whizzing everywhere. Dual exogens. This guy knows what's up. Dude knows. I don't want to do shotguns at all. Absolutely. Like, the foundation of what we've got here is that it like most matchups, this build can handle itself. And the big key to that is that my effective range is pretty good. Like, better than you would expect for a like a melee punish build to have. Absolutely. Youch. I feel like I'm getting run through just dropping that one exogen. I feel like my bullets are... It's probably the recoil, actually, now that you bring that up. But obviously, like, speaking of foundational things for the build, Basho, you know, the chainsaw gets 10k damage on hit for a reason. I shouldn't have even gone for this. I threw. Oh my god, I should have just taken the bullet damage. Etsu has 3 recoil. Yeah, but it fires slower. Like, I know that the recoil is basically the same. But it's a burst fire instead of full auto. And it's smaller mags too. So there's more recovery time, like, in between. It's noticeable that, like, exogens, my bullets are like beaming. As soon as I drop one exogen, I've got bullets whizzing everywhere. Because just the machine gun in my left hand is not hitting anything. And it's probably the arms. That's gotta be it. Yeah, because the exogen gets the reset after each burst. It's really, like, the recoil, even though the number of the raw recoil is the same, it's much different, like, actually in use, you know? That's the best way I can put it. But, like, check this out. Now that we've gone back, just watch the bullets. Compared to the amount that were, like, just flying everywhere before. Was this another Zimmerman build? What's up with the Zims today? Why does everyone have Zims all of a sudden? Like, every bullet hits on target. None of them are going off in random directions. Okay, he's got pulse armor too. We're gonna have to try to kite this guy. As best as we can, at least. I've got the range for it. And he's kind of slow. Oh yeah, we can totally kite this guy, actually, because of his frame parts and stuff. If I had had a better start to the round. That was really weird. How are we still alive after that? Yeah, okay. If I just don't go into him, I'm fine. Slightly affects the other arm. Oh, does it? Both allow him to win. I've been on my Kazuya grind recently. I've been really trying to work on my Kazuya. Because my Jin, like, kind of is stuck in Tenri right now, which is good. Like, that's my highest character, right? So I'm not upset that he's stuck there at all. Whenever I get stuck on one character, I find that weirdly what helps me a lot is going and playing another character And I totally understand why. It's just, it seems like that is counterintuitive with fighting games. That like, oh, once your progression like slows down on your ranked climbing, go and play a different character is like honestly gonna be my advice now. Because at least for me, it helps an insane amount. Because what happens is like, when I go to another character, I play like shit for a little bit because I'm so used to playing the way that I was playing my main, like the way that I'm playing Jin, right? I can't play Kazuya the way I play Jin. Doesn't work. Kazuya gets blown up doing that shit. But when I'm playing Kazuya, I have to like kind of take a step back and reevaluate my entire playstyle, and it lets me see where like the holes in my fundamental play are. Whenever I switch a character, like I start to see like, oh, it happened when I went from Devil Jin back to Jin too, where after playing Devil Jin for so long, I was like, oh my God, I've been like relying on frame traps way too much. Like I need to slow down. Because I can't, like, unless I'm playing a character like Devil Jin who just has stupid frame traps out the ass, like I can't play like that. It gets me really easy wins when I play him, but I play anyone else and it gets me killed. So my recent discovery is just whenever I start to slow down, go play someone else. So I've been working on getting my Kazuya up. And Kazuya is definitely the hardest character I play too, which only helps in that regard. Ow! 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 When I went back to Kazuya, or sorry, Asuka, she's now red rank. Who else are you playing now, Raiden? How did that kick connect with the lag, bro? He called my bluff. What? What a bitch. Come on. I'm reloading as soon as he does. Ah! That was my bad. I fucked that up. That blade did not hit. None of that melee hit. We had a terrible connection, but it happens. Yes, it did. I mean, it absolutely did. You know, the damage definitely came through, but you know, that lag was really rough. It's just AC6 things. It happens. You just gotta roll with it. And I've killed my caffeine in less than an hour. I'm gonna get heart palpitations from that. Probably. As much as I love caffeine, my body, it's not big on me consuming a lot of it too quickly. Oh, fuck. No! Stop. Why? Leave me alone. Keep your pistols away from me. I'm gonna have to kite this guy. Like, that's just my best option. Just try to slow him down as much as I can by hanging back. of all the times for the electric discharge to come out, that was not the time to do it. Jesus. Wi-Fi sword. Bro, that would be really nice, actually. To get, like, connection indicators in AC6 would be huge. Just so that I can, like, know that, like, you know, when I go into a match, like, okay, this guy's on Wi-Fi, it's gonna be shakier. Like, honestly, that would help so much with me just not getting frustrated at it. I mean, at this point, I've gotten a lot better about not getting too bent about the lag. Like, when it happens, it's just like, okay, I take a loss. I lose some points. Like, I can earn the points back. It's whatever. It's not a big deal. I'm getting too close to him. I'm handing him this. Hate builds like that, man. Like frames and connection indication. Tekken has spoiled you and me and all of us. Yeah, just like a thing to be like, here's how much ping you're on. The frames, this game doesn't use any sort of rollback or anything. Like Tekken has frames because it has rollback, like displayed there. But like just having like, here's how much ping you have, and here's like an indicator for Wi-Fi or Ethernet. Just those two things would go so far in me like just knowing what I'm getting into when I load into a match, right? And even then, like I could see, okay, I'm on higher ping, dude has a grenade launcher, I need to really be dodging because shit's gonna hit me. Like it's gonna happen, I just have to avoid as much as I can. It's better than being like, okay, grenade launchers, and I start playing normally, but then it turns out we're on high ping, and I eat like 2 shots that fly to the other end of the screen, and then I know, after I've taken like half a health bar worth of damage, that I'm gonna start eating it no matter what, and I need to be extra careful. Just something like that. It would be great. Would be great. MK does it. MK does do it. Most fighting games do it nowadays. Does MK1 have rollback? I honestly don't know. I played some MK1 ranked when that came out, and the netcode in MK1 was not very good. I don't know if it's rollback or not. It does have rollback. It just felt like shit. But maybe that's because I'm spoiled by like Street Fighter 6 and now Tekken 8. In terms of like, those two games have awesome rollback. It feels like butter. Tekken 8 has like astonishing rollback. Like insane. That like when I do the open lobbies on stream, I can be playing people who are in like Eastern Europe on 200 milliseconds of ping, and it feels like we're playing like on the same system. It feels like we're playing local. You know, the screen will be like, oh yeah, you're on like 200 milliseconds ping, but it feels fine to both of us. It's actually crazy. Playing co-op without easy anti-cheat feels so good. Does it? Easy isn't known to like cause networking problems, because Easy is like the most widely used anti-cheat in the industry right now. I'm pretty sure that FromSoft's netcode is just really rough. Because the co-op mod, sorry, would have to have its own networking functionality, right? It's not using the game's PvP networking, is it? Does anyone know the answer to this? I feel like we're getting into real nerd shit here. Would anyone in chat know how the mod does it, by chance? I'm assuming that they can't just pull the networking over from PvP. Did I hear Netcode blaming again? Oh, you should have seen it. It's one thing to hear me talking about it, but when you see it, Jess, sometimes it's just like, wow. And we had a match that was just like, wow. You use a separate save to play? What the fuck is that? Oh my god, I'm gonna hate this build. Oh my god, I'm gonna hate this build. Here we go. There's the stagger. There's 6k damage. Terminal armor though, that's good, that's good, that's good. Terminal armor is good. I like terminal armor.
30%.
Okay, I'm happy now. Never mind. Things got a lot better as soon as I saw terminal armor. Has its own network. That's probably why. Because like a ton of games use easy that have amazing netcode. Like I've played a ton of competitive games over the years that use easy anti-cheat. And a lot of them don't have any sort of like lag or like desync problems. It's not because of easy. It's just FromSoft's netcode has always been shit. Unfortunately, I wish it wasn't the case. Guess who's back? Terminal Lamb. You know what? I could actually rematch that guy happily. Bad netcode killed my wife. Mine too. And my dog. World War III, it'll be netcode. Speaking of World War III, you guys see like anyone today? Everyone, raise your hand if you've seen someone today saying that this is the start of World War III. Anyone? Raise your hand. Because I certainly have. And I find it funny that every single time there's a new like armed conflict starting anywhere in the world, everyone is just immediately like, yep, this is World War III. It's starting right here. This is the catalyst. This is it. World War III is happening. Like, how many times have we started World War III at this point, you guys? How many times in just like the last 5 years have we started World War III? It's getting a little crazy if you ask me. Ah, pulse armor, no. My greatest weakness. Did you just melee cancel up to me? There's a new war? Yes, one started today. Ow!
AP at 30%.
We're going for broke here. It worked. It was worth it. It was worth it. But yeah, I think in the last like 3 years or so, I think that this is like the 4th time that World War III has started in the last 3 years.
That was a valiant effort. I thought I was gonna get clipped by that, to be honest. I was shitting myself a little bit. I was way too close. That scared me a lot. And I flew straight into a pillar. As you do.
50%. AP at 30%.
GG. I really thought that charged shotgun was gonna clip me, and I thought it was gonna hurt a lot. Who's fighting who? I haven't heard anything. Do you have the app Twitter? Because I logged on to Twitter this morning, and you know, as I do, like, you know, on desktop, the sidebar has like the trending topics, so I glance as I'm scrolling. Because on Twitter, my new rule is that I never venture outside of my following tab. The For You tab on Twitter is the worst thing ever. The worst thing ever. World War III trends every few weeks. Oh, boys. Let's hope he still has terminal. Let's hope he still has terminal. Such a cool weapon that I hate seeing. I don't mind it. I wasn't tapped into the game. Oh, that still hit me for so much. Oh shit, he's gonna reset. Oh, he did reset, okay. Oh! Okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh my god. I hate grenade launchers. Come here. It's time. Oh, that wasn't charged. My bad, pimp.
AP at 50%.
Hold on, I got you. We can still make this work. When the oil runs out, the oil isn't what makes that region so, I guess, politically unstable would be the best way to put it. It's the, oh my god, it's the fact that it's the Holy Land for the 3 predominant belief systems in the world today. And they are all, like, unwilling to coexist with one another. Fundamentally. Yeah, it's a religion thing. And it's all 3 of the religions there, for the record. But money fuels everything. But the conflicts there aren't centered around money. At least not currently. Like the ones that are ongoing right now are not centered around money. That's not to say that that's never a thing that like leads to conflict in the region, but predominantly it's religion and worldview. If you don't have money, you can't get weapons. That's not true. Okay. As long as I stay away from the scary-ass grenade launchers, I am fine. Uh-oh. He's timing those really well. In the sense of like, every time he fires off those grenades at me, it's when I'm like on the ground with no energy left. It's gotta be intentional. I'm dead.
At 30%.
Your messages are no longer being held. God, I really dislike the fact that YouTube auto holds messages. That's one of the worst things about the live platform. Because it's not even like, if it's holding them in the sense of like, me and the mods can see it and decide if we want to approve it or not, then that's fine. Oh, ow. Because, you know, then it's like on the person running the channel to decide what they do and don't want in their space. But YouTube just auto holds a lot of stuff that's like, this is bad for advertisers. This is a no. It's because YouTube is horrified of another adpocalypse, as they should be. Like, the website nearly died because of that, legitimately. They almost got their funding cut because of that. Oh, no! Warmonger would definitely be one. It is legit because for a couple of those groups, and I'm not going to say which is which, but for the record, I belong to one of these faith systems that I'm about to speak on. This isn't like a biased take. This is like me just saying it how it is, right? For a couple of them, it's just that predominant leaders in the faith make it seem as though you aren't allowed to like coexist with members of the other predominant faith systems. And for one of them, foundationally, like in written word, you cannot coexist with members of the other faith systems. Like, it's a core belief for one of them. It's like genuinely, sometimes it is them using it as an excuse. A lot of the time, it's just like, it's just the way it's gonna be with all of them, like kind of wanting to be in control of the same area the way that they do. It's inevitable. Like, they can't share it. They can't all be there and be doing their thing there. Jewish Chole. For two of them, it's leaders just being the worst, like the actual worst, and just like planting seeds for division when there's no need to. For one of them, it is just genuinely like, that is the way. Whoa! What was that? Do it again. He's actually a Scientologist. Yes. Chole is a samurai? I wish. My hair today. It's one of those days. I think it's because I don't blow dry my hair. I feel like all my buddies blow dry their hair. Like, literally all of them, and I've never done it. But maybe I should, because I feel like whenever I have just one of these days where my hair is like just not gonna stay up at all, just wants to fall down the entire day, it's because of like the way that it dries, I'm pretty sure. Chole is friends with Tom Cruise, best buds. the best. Us and the aliens that put us here. Absolutely. Just go bald? No. I don't know. Well, I've never seen myself bald. That's one of the worst parts about trying to go bald. Like, at least the thought of trying to go bald, right? It's like, maybe I could go bald. But then you kind of think and you're like, do I have the right head shape for going bald? Or is it going to look really weird if I'm bald? And you don't know unless you just fucking send it. And then once you've sent it, it takes a few months for it to come back. You know, you don't know until you give it a shot. And then once you've given a shot, like you can't take that back. You're stuck with it for a bit. Time to level up. No. Before I go bald, I at least need to get like another 5 pounds of muscle minimum, and probably grow a longer, more manly beard. 50%. They don't have assault armor. Kirby mech? I think it's an anime girl mech. Look at the emblem. Also pink. Pink hair, at least. Or did I just not look closely enough? Is it actually Kirby? Oh, man. Okay, they're saving the assault armor this time. It's a good idea. I went for it when I should not have. That was me being dumb. At least you will have family. What do you mean? Like everyone else who just doesn't have hair? Everyone else who shaved their head? Bro, I have a buddy who I bet you if I was just like, hey, what if we just both shaved our heads? Like, what if we just both fucking sent it and tried going bald? He would probably do it with me. He's the kind of guy who would just be like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it. Let's fucking go bald, buddy. Let's go. And he would. Like Vin Diesel. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, wait, is that? We made it, boys. Time to D-rank back. Time to go back to A3 again. All right. All we need is 20,000 more rank points. And then a promo where I have to win 8 out of 10 matches. And then we're there, boy. We're right there. We're so close, clearly. We're right there. These A ranks are slow, for sure. How many points do you get? You get 800 per win. You lose 400 per loss in A. The 8 out of 10 is insane. It's actually ridiculous. Like, the 6 out of 10 to get into A took me like 4 tries or 5 tries? Something like that, I'm pretty sure. I think it was 4 or 5. 8 out of 10 is probably gonna take like 10, 15 tries, to be honest. I like this build. He's scaring the shit out of me, but it feels like good counterplay. I could deal with this. And the rifles are scary because I know, like, if I'm up close, he'll out damage me. If I'm far away, he has better range than me. So I feel like I'm kind of just weaving around and just hoping to maneuver well. Oh, that hit me? That's bullshit. I just ate 1,600 damage from that laser. Oh, okay. I was ready to go in. I forgot he had pulse armor. I do still have my pulse armor though. Ooh. Oh! I thought I was gonna get the stagger first, so I didn't quick boost. Fight the same guy who has terminal 8 games in a row. Hey man, that would be the dream. That would be the dream. We can go back to A3, but never E3. E3 was great. I don't give a shit what anyone said when the announcement came out about E3. E3 was amazing. And everyone who was talking shit and being like, oh, thank God it's finally dead. Bro, none of those people ever went to E3. Like, E3 was genuinely amazing. You had like all the professionals in the industry come together to like all just talk about and show off their new products. It was so cool. Like you'd walk around E3 and it would just be like Hideo Kojima, Todd Howard, like you just all these, I'm trying to think of other names off the top of my head. Marty Stratton. Like you just walk around and like all of them are just there, like going around and like talking to each other, talking industry shit. And like, it was great. Sounds like it'd be smelly. It was way more industry professionals than like gaming fans. It wasn't very smelly. It wasn't like gamers. It was like game developers that were mostly there. Like that was the predominant audience at E3 every year. There were definitely a lot of just gamers there as well. That's not to say that there weren't, but like the majority of the people there were actually like people in the industry. We still have GDC, but GDC isn't like as publicized. Like GDC, like E3, you could at least tune in and like catch it remotely, and like, it was still kind of a big thing just for the gaming audience in general. GDC isn't really like that. And even, well, it is, kind of, but like, only certain talks actually get released publicly. And even then, like, way less gamers are tuning in to listen to, like, your look back on, like, your reflection speech, or presentation, rather, about, like, how we, I don't know, designed the world of Breath of the Wild is like one of the best GDC talks in the last few years. Was some of the lead level designers on like Breath of the Wild doing a presentation on like how they kind of got that world to come together, like from conception to execution to all that. It's a really good talk. Like Jenny, if you should all listen to it, I'm telling you. If you're at all interested in like the development and design process, it's really good. Breath of the Wild is still mid, but that talk is really good. And I accidentally boosted back in. I thought I had swapped to my Etsugens. Talk about it being smelly. I was talking about E3. E3 smells infinitely better than like a Smash Bros tournament though. Or PAX. PAX was kind of smelly. Friendship with E3 has ended. PAX is my new best friend. PAX is still around. PAX was always a smaller one. PAX doesn't feel quite as special to me, at least. Because E3, you had like the booths and everything that PAX does, but you also have like the big stage shows. Like, you know, you've kind of got that thing where like, okay, on Saturday at like 2 p.m., I want to be in the auditorium because Microsoft is doing their showcase, right? So there was kind of stuff like PAX isn't really like that. PAX is more just like booths. where you can still go around and like meet a bunch of, you know, professionals and talk to them about upcoming stuff, but like, what is he doing? Oh, you bastard! Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad. He shot me, so I thought. Hold on, how do I purge shit again? Why is it different in every fucking Armored Core game? God damn it. Well, I purged one. Aha, aha. That's right. You're goddamn right. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Just like in Tekken, am I right? Exactly. I play Kazuya Mishima. Oh shit. Oh shit. Armored Tekken, let's go. Electric. Doria. 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 Me? I Doria. Been nothing of the sort, so I wouldn't know. GDC is a good time. I don't know if it would be your thing. Is he gonna do it again? Are we doing it again? What are we doing? I need to back off. Choose my battles. We go in when I have like clear advantage. Like here. Doria. Doria. Hell sweep. Bah! This is some good ass Tekken. I know. I love that this is like high ranked Armored Core. Oh, I'm already out. Used all I had just for the stagger that time. Boosh, 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 boosh. That's some good ass Tekken. Like VidCon or TwitchCon, people pay and plan ahead like a year in advance, and I can't do that. I mean, someday, surely. GDC is pretty much like the TwitchCon of the games industry, where you've got like panels and presentations and stuff, but other than that, it's genuinely just like all of the big players in the space like coming together to just like kind of talk about game dev and design and work. Now with E3 gone, GDC is like the for me the like big gaming event of the year that's like worth going to. PAX is okay, but PAX has kind of always been like the least of the three. Hold on. I started reading the question about the like 10th promo, but I didn't finish it. I forgot. I'll get to it in a second.
AP
If I was on the 10th match of promos and only needed a win to progress, and the opponent disarmed, would you disarm too? Yes. Games done quick? No, that's GDQ. GDC is Game Developers Conference. GDQ is an event nowadays, for sure. The first emulator on iPhone just came out. Yeah, all the Apple stuff recently has been absolutely crazy. Like them being forced by the US government to like let more software onto the iPhone, like give iPhone users more agency and freedom with their devices, and it's only going to keep going from here. Like, we're only just seeing the very beginnings of it right now. Imagine if game companies announced things that GDQ hadn't, huh? GDQ is significantly smellier than GDC, I'd imagine. Yes. The app catalog sucks. I mean, I have an iPhone because, like, I don't do anything fancy with my phone. I've talked about this on stream a lot. You know what my phone does? I text people. I call people. If I'm out in public and I have nothing better to do, I start looking through my YouTube analytics. And I scroll Twitter in bed. That's what my phone does. That is legitimately like the extent of what I use my phone for on a daily basis. And when I say like out in public and have nothing better to do, I mean like I'm sitting at the DMV in line for like an hour. So I'll just take the time to like read and respond to comments or like look through numbers and like do business plan stuff while I'm waiting, stuff like that. Because for everything else, it's like I have a computer. Why would I use my phone? But it's cool to see like emulation and stuff for mobile coming to iPhone for those that are interested in it. Because the iPhone is shockingly powerful as like a gaming device. It's just that, you know, why would you really know that? Because like I feel like people who are really into mobile gaming just don't get iPhones. I could be wrong. Maybe my understanding of the mobile game scene is pretty outdated. But I do know that the hardware in the iPhone is actually like Death Stranding runs on the iPhone natively. Granted, it's obviously a downgraded version of Death Stranding to get it running smoothly on the iPhone. It doesn't just run straight one-to-one on it. But like, Death Stranding runs on the iPhone. You know? So I was happy, but cared less than I would have. I was just kind of browsing Steam passively like last night. And they must have like restocked the Steam Deck or something, because it's one of the top sellers right now again. Apparently Steam Decks are selling like crazy right now. You call that bluff? Are you the only event where someone would try and stop midway through to talk about their problems? I know the exact clip that you are talking about. It's the woman in the back who's what's it? She's knitting, right? And the guy, was he speedrunning? I think it was Ocarina or Majora's Mask. Because I'm pretty sure he was like roll spamming, and you know, Link is going like, huh, 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 and the woman is like, can you stop? Because she's trying to like tell a story. It's just like, you're at a speedrunning event and you're asking the guy to stop his run, like in the middle of it, so that you can tell your story without extra noise. Like, crazy. That clip is hilarious though. Plugged, welcome to A. Hey man, I'm a Tekken player, trust me. It can't be worse. So far in my experience with AC6, it's nowhere near as bad. And I'm nowhere near as high of a rank on Tekken as I am on Armored Core, is the thing. Like Armored Core, we are literally the second highest rank in the game right now, and plugging isn't that bad. Tekken, I'm rank like 17 out of, I think, 28. And I get plugged on like crazy. Like I'm pretty, if you break down the player demographics on Tekken, at this point I am pretty high up there, but like actual just numerical rank, and not as high as Armored Core. I think Tekken right now, I'm in like the top 17% of players or something at this point. I stop when Ganon is dead. I don't remember which game it was. Does anyone know? Fuck. I threw the game right there. Forgot he had assault armor because I was talking about whatever. I was yapping Tekken, of course. I've heard people who use Android in the US are somewhat excluded. No. That was part of the lawsuit, but not really. I've certainly never seen it. Like, I read the lawsuit, and I know that what they were claiming was that, like, people who don't use iPhones are, like, publicly shamed and shunned for it in social situations. And I was like, they are? Like, what? I've lived in the US my whole life. Sure, I'll occasionally give someone like a little, oh, haha, Android, your phone sucks, haha. But it's not like actual shaming. It's like me just kind of like being a bitch and poking fun. Called Tampa 2, bro, I swear that it was like the Legend of Zelda roll sounds. I swear to you. If you find the clip, it sounds like old like N64 Zelda. You mean it? No, I don't. No, I do not.
AP at 50%.
I don't give a shit what phone you use. We all know the Nokia phone is the best anyway. You take any chance when Android is mentioned? Hey man, I'm sorry, I don't speak poverty. My bad. You see chat? That's what I do. I make a little joke, a little haha, and then I move on. Because I'm not serious. Ow. Nice terminal armor. Say that shit to me and you get the backhand. I do the same thing, but on iPhone users. Bro, I worked, if anything, working in like a tech industry. Bro, if being the iPhone guy is like, you are the weird one in tech. Everyone is like, oh my God, why do you have a crapple? Why do you own that? Why do you pay for that? Which, to be fair, I kind of get, because I'm like that with like people who have Macs or like MacBooks. I'm like, bro, you paid $2,000 to like run Excel. Like, what do you, what? Oh my God. I've never heard anyone say crapple. You haven't worked in tech. Clearly. Because you would hear it a lot. At least it's not a Chromebook. Okay, actually, Chromebook is probably... At least with the Chromebook, it does... What's it? The Chromebook is cheap. Like, at the very least, it is a budget option. MacBooks are like $2,500. And the Mac OS is so restrictive. Like, you're not getting $2,500 of value out of a MacBook. I'm like, I could sit here and ramble. You're just TLDR. You're not. Chromebooks are cheap. Yeah, at the very least, they are like meant to be the budget laptop, and they are. Like, they're much cheaper than a Windows laptop, and obviously like a tenth of the price of a MacBook. Terminal armor! I have won the lottery 2 in a row. Brother, this makes up for everything early on. Like, we got all the worst builds early on, but now it gave me 2 terminal users in a row. We are eating good. This chainsaw is getting fed today, bro. Are above 1K? No, they're not. I just bought one for my grandma like a year ago. It was like $300. Maybe a high-end one is like 1K. But if you're getting a Chromebook, you're probably not getting a high-end Chromebook. Because at that point, you just get like a mid-end laptop. Like a Windows laptop, I mean. In Discord for anyone that wants to watch it later. The GD, is it the can you stop woman? Is that what you put in there? Well, it's gonna free my mouse in a second. Actually, let me start matchmaking back up. Did that work? That should work. It did. I was like, honestly, it's been so long since anyone has used the Discord command in chat, because like it's in the description. So I was like, will it work? Is this the one I'm thinking of? This is a different one. This is not the clip I was thinking of, which makes it even better. There's multiple. I've seen that one before. I don't remember it exactly, but I know that, like, I just, like, looking at that clip, I know that that's an iconic GDQ moment. Like, I know that I've seen that before. I just don't remember that one exactly. There's one where the dude is, I swear to you, it's gotta be Zelda. I know those rolling sounds. I know it. And it's a woman sitting behind him. She's in frame, sitting behind him knitting, and she starts talking about like how all of her family members have died of cancer, and how the yarn that she's using to knit, like right in that moment, is her grandma's last bit of blue yarn that she left behind before she died of cancer. Like, it's something, dude. That clip, and she's just like, at the beginning, the guy is just spamming roll on Zelda, so Link's making a ton of noise, and she's like, can you stop? and she starts like crying, telling the story too, and then it gets dead silent in the room. It is so wild. Because like, what do you do? What do you do? Because like, clearly this is not the time and place for her to be doing this. But like, at the same time, if you call her out on it, you're an asshole. Like, what do? You know? You could make a movie out of this. Nice assault armor. Hold on, I gotta lock it in for this guy. Ow, fuck. Okay, now we're locking it in, I swear. Starting now, I didn't mean it the first time. I don't know how that connected, bro. The YouTube link is dead? No. It's gotta be out there. It's gotta be out there. How people who don't know each other at all end up on the same couch. Honestly, I don't know how they choose who ends up on that couch. I really don't. GDQ is kind of notorious for like having these moments. Because it's the big like speedrunning event of the year every year, right? And look, I used to run records and speedruns on COD Zombies for a while, right? So I've been around one of these communities, and let me tell you, like, the speedrunning communities are interesting. You get such a mix of like really cool people and people who like, you know, speedrun games for 10 hours a day. Nuff said, right? Like every day. And so you put like just random variations of these people together in a room who haven't met each other the way that GDQ does, and just weird shit happens. Like you get these really wacky clips of these people just like colliding live on stream. It is Ocarina of Time. I was like, dude, I know those sounds. Can't tell me it's not Zelda. When you said it was something else, I was like, there's no way. Philosopher, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. The man who practices one skip 1,000 times. Yes. See, I was the man who practiced 1,000 skips all at once. Just, you know, I was like within the space. I was the guy who did like various runs. Like I played all the games and I did all the categories. Okay. That guy, if I was him, I would be so pissed. Like I actually feel bad. Apparently most speedrunners aren't the most well-adjusted. Weird that. Look, all I'm saying is I've been in those communities, right? And like, Rymus isn't wrong. That's all I'm saying. And I've certainly had my, look, you know, I'm the guy who says it how it is, right? So when I was in the space, had a very mixed reputation. I was very much a love him or hate him kind of guy. It was something. I called some people out on some shit. And nowadays, I keep to myself. I'm in my own little corner of YouTube over here. I just do my thing. You don't see me appear on other people's shit often. There's sort of a reason. I can't keep my mouth closed. Still hasn't stopped you from pissing off the Ace Combat community. I liked a game. Worst crime imaginable. I enjoyed a video game. This is a dub. We take those. Enjoys video game fan base outraged. It was genuinely, like, sometimes it's a little exaggerative to like say that that's the situation, but like with this one, that was the situation. I was like, yeah, this game not perfect, but pretty good. And the community doesn't really like the game very much, and so like the more hardcore fans in like the Discord servers and stuff were pissed about that video. And I didn't even give it that high of a score either. It's kind of the funny thing. No! Oh, we probably lost this. Yeah, there it is. I think I gave it a 7-1. With categories such as touch grass any percent. What is the touch grass? Don't tell me it's getting to limbo, like the start of limbo where the grass is. Is that what the category is? Didn't you get shit for Twin Snakes? Twin Snakes wasn't really bad. No, the Metal Gear video currently that is like the most, or got like the worst reception was MGS3. But that one was more, I picked apart some of like the like core mechanical stuff that I thought could use a little work in MGS3, and that did not go over well. Like, at all. I was like, yeah, this whole like pausing the game to do anything, kind of not that fun. Like the gameplay kind of just constantly gets put on hold. You know, if I want to like change my camo to blend in and actually get the full stealth experience, pause the game. If I want to heal damage, pause the game. If I want to eat food and keep my stamina up, pause the game. If I want to change out what items are in my inventory, pause the game. And I was like, yeah, this is kind of not great. And the Metal Gear fandom did not take that well. Each video will be from a separate AC franchise. Ooh, ow. This guy's build can blow me up in like an instant, and it's terrifying. Oh my god, he's about to stagger. This is a golden opportunity. That was actually kind of crazy. So no portable ops video Monday? I don't know what you're talking about. Imagine someone came out and said DMC2 was good. I mean, I'm sure if I ever get around to Devil May Cry, my DMC2 video will probably go down like shit. Because you know what my DMC2 video is going to be like? It's going to be like, this is awful, this is awful, this is awful. But let's be honest, the game can kind of be stupid fun sometimes. Fucking Devil May Cry Discord server lit ablaze. Actually, oh my god, the DMC series would be a shit show, wouldn't it? Because I also, like, I have a lot of criticisms of DMC 3 that a lot of people don't have, where I'm like, the level design is kind of not that great. The enemy design, pretty bad, like genuinely pretty bad. Outside of the 7 hells, like almost none of the enemies in DMC3 are bad, or are fun to fight, rather, are bad. Like the spiders, the angels, the, what's it? The guys that shoot the spikes. Oh, enigmas, those are the, yeah. The guys that shoot the spikes are enigmas. Like none of those enemies are fun. The camera sucks sometimes, it's true. So I'm sure that video would go down really poorly, because for a lot of DMC fans, that's the pinnacle, right? It would be like an MGS3 situation where I'm like, I love this game, but this game has problems, and a lot of hardcore fans would probably be really pissed. It would pretty much be exactly the MGS3 video. Because like, thing also about the MGS3 video, I gave the game a 9.1. Like I still, in the conclusion of the video, I'm like, this game is awesome. Like despite the things that I brought up, despite the problems that I believe that this game has, it's really fun. It's a really good game. But it's still, yeah, the reception speaks for itself. It's that meme of like, nuance is dead on the internet, right? Like there is no nuance in internet discussion. It's literally that meme where I'm like, yeah, this thing has some issues, but like, it's pretty good. Like I really like this game, and people are like, this has no issues. What do you mean? It's perfect. I've read the comment before where the guy was like, you were so unfairly critical in this review that I wrote your name down to make sure I never watch another one of your videos. And I'm just like, I gave it a 9.1. Thought you gave it a 9.0? No, it's a 9.1. The DMC reboot, gameplay-wise, is not that bad. I've said it before, and I will never back off of that take because it's not. The DMC reboot, gameplay-wise, is really solid. It's totally different. It does its own thing compared to like most DMC games. But the gameplay is good. You know what's actually really damn good in the DMC reboot that I feel like no one ever talks about is the weapon swapping. The weapon swapping is so good. Like the whole, like you kind of always have 3 weapons equipped at a time. And they have it to where if you just hold the left or the right trigger mid-combo, you'll automatically get your inputs for that other weapon that you have bound to it. That's awesome. Like, it's so good. If DMC 4 and 5 had that with Dante's weapons in those games, like his melee weapons, dude, it would be so good. It would be so good. That idea alone is amazing in the reboot. The way that they handle like swapping between your weapons mid-combo is really good. Not that like DMC 3, 4, 5 don't have a system that works well for that, but like the reboot just has a way smoother system.
At 30%.
I mean, in DMC 3, you only have 2 weapons at a time, unless you're playing the Switch version. Also, I've played this guy like 7 times, and even though I've won like 5 of those times, I'm gonna wait. Me and Grey Wolf need to find some other people to play against. Like, we need to get matched against other people. I'm gonna give it a minute before I matchmake again. Someone will end up making a voodoo doll of you and stabbing it repeatedly after each review. Emo Dante. Yeah, the story and like, there's a lot of problems in DMC. But like the gameplay, in my opinion, is not a problem. It's not as good as like DMC 4 or 5 gameplay wise, but like as a character action game, I would say it's still better than Bayonetta. It's still better than God of War. Still better than Yeah, it's better than Metal Gear Rising. Gameplay wise. There's just so much more to do. I like Metal Gear Rising a lot. But like, you know, parry, Zandatsu, press X and Y interchangeably, parry, Zandatsu. It gets old pretty quick in a way that the DMC games just don't. Oh, what are you? MGR is a great character action game to play through once. Like if you do one front to back run of MGR, the parry and the Zandatsu feels amazing. But if you're gonna like sit there and like continuously replay MGR and really like grind it out, you're gonna be like, okay, I'm kind of sick of doing this.
At 30%.
Whereas DMC, it's like, you know, I got like 4 weapons, each with these really wild movesets, and I'm like hot swapping between all of them, doing these crazy ass combos. I got my 4 styles that I'm swapping between on the D-pad as I'm doing that. DMC is just... DMC is up here in terms of like gameplay. MGR is like here. It's pretty good. Bayonetta's like here. Sorry, Bayonetta. It's become one of those games that I have to take strays at for no reason. I don't know why. But whenever I start talking character action, I have to bring up that I'm just not anywhere near as big on Bayonetta as like most other games in the genre. That's actually true. Now that I said it out loud, I would rather play... Yeah, I would rather play MGR. I would rather play God of War than Bayonetta. That's true. Like, at first it sounded weird when I said it, but no, that's actually valid. The parry mechanic in MGR is awful after having played Sekiro. Well, I mean, from what I've seen, I think the Sekiro deflect system would make most parry systems feel, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Amateurish. Just because it seems like the deflect system is absolutely next level. Like, just insane. Unrefined. Yes, unrefined is a better word. Amateurish was too harsh. Even when I said it, I'm like, it works, but it's not exactly what I was looking for. Unrefined would be the better word. Thank you. Yeah, it makes everything else feel so much simpler by comparison, you know? Do you have assault armor, friend? Doesn't seem like it. He has pulse armor, doesn't he? My luck.
50%.
He does, in fact, have pulse armor. I might want to go for a reset if I can. I don't think I'll be able to. He's kind of onto my shit here. Yikes. I mean, that's one way to reset, I guess. Just eat the stagger and live. Could have done without the damage, but if it works, it works. Oh, I didn't see that coming. The only thing I never liked in God of War is that the enemies are so spongy. Yes, dude. Especially God of War 1, like the very original. If you play that shit on hard mode, the enemies just don't die. Like, genuinely, you play God of War 1 on hard. If you haven't before, try it. The enemies are so spongy. Although I guess, like, you know, you play DMC on Dante Must Die and you get a bit of that too. But God of War is, like, just really, really spongy. Well, I guess it's about the same, if I'm being honest, actually. But I feel like God of War, the combos aren't like as fluid and stylish. Like DMC, the enemies get really spongy, but when you're doing like those 30-hit juggle combos, like through the air, and you're doing all this, like you're not really that worried about it. You're kind of just flowing with it. Ares in God of War 1 on hard makes me take water breaks. When I streamed God of War 1 like a year and a half ago on the channel, we played it on hard, and I hadn't played the game in like 5 years. And that final Ares fight had me about to rip out my hair. Because like he's difficult and just spongy. Like so goddamn spongy. It's nowhere near as bad as that segment with all the other Kratos, though, and you have to like defend Kratos' wife. That one room had me about to shut the game off, like midstream. I was about to just be like, no, I'm done. Like, actually, I'm over this. I'm sick of it. I'm done. That is the worst, like, single encounter in God of War 1. Just awful on hard mode. Play Project Wingman. Mods? Mods? Hello? Any mods in chat? Mod check? Hello? Project Wingman has been mentioned. We need to cover this up. What the fuck? All right, he's gonna eat more than one chainsaw. So let's hope the damage to stagger him carries. Pulse armor, of course. Yeah, we're in for one. Certainly, this will be a match of all time. Oh my god, he has a shield? Where do you people come from? Who makes you? Just like the heaviest heavyweight build ever with laser guns. Blimp time. What two human beings come together to produce this? Bro, he's assault boosting away and I'm keeping up. He's too heavy. It doesn't work like that, man.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Chainsaw. Respect the chainsaw. I love the chainsaw. People saying it's the worst melee weapon can kiss my ass. I love this thing so much. It's like, oh, full stagger with no expansion. All right, 10k damage coming right up. Just mowing through him. Not going through that shit again. No thanks. Yeah, Kratos clones are something. Gears chainsaw, bro. I was so happy to hear the leak, and when I fact checked the leak, which I didn't fact check normally because I don't have the means to do so, but I went and looked at this guy's like history as a leaker, and all of his leaks are legit. The guy who leaked that Gears of War 6 is getting announced in June. That leak made me so happy because the last couple years I've been like, bro, what happened to Gears? Like, I feel like Gears 5 came and went, and I never played it, so that probably makes it worse for me. I skipped Gears 5. I'll play it at some point, especially now with 6 upcoming. I probably will. Holy damage. But like, it feels like Gears has just been absent for so long. Like, it feels like they just kind of forgot about it. Was 5 good? I heard mixed stuff. Apparently for the multiplayer crowd, they hated it, but for the single player crowd, they liked it. I was more of a single player and horde mode guy for Gears always. So I would probably enjoy it from what I've heard. Maybe? Probably not. I have no health. Wow, that hit me. Gears stream marathon. I do have my Xbox One hooked up to my Elgato now. I could also play around with Xenia. I could pop my discs into my computer too and see if Xenia can get them running better than the Xbox One. Because Xenia, I've tried Xenia with Gears 1 before in the past, and Gears 2. I tried both. And I know that at least like older versions of Xenia had some lighting issues with Gears that made it just like, yeah, I would rather just play it on Xbox still. Like, it wasn't awful, like it didn't completely ruin the game or anything, but it's like, it doesn't look right, you know? But if newer versions of Xenia don't have those anymore, then I could totally get it running in like 4K 60 and stream it off of Xenia. Oh, okay, just a big... I was like, did he just quit? Are the Gears guilty? Still haven't played Guilty Gear singular before. Someday I probably will. I'm progressively getting into fighting games, right? He ate a lot of that chainsaw. Oh, he ate a lot of that chainsaw. Come here. That shield's gonna overheat. You know it. Am I gonna blaze the blue? Probably someday. I doubt that any fighting game will ever overrule my love of Tekken, but I do still want to play more fighting games. Would you like to take back your take on DMC3? No. I double S'd all of DMC3 on stream, so I'm not speaking out of my ass here, all right? I've got my DMC3 credentials on this one. I'm almost done S-ranking DMC1 DMD right now, too. We've got, like, maybe one more stream of that, depending how it goes. Because those endgame bosses can be pretty rough. So who knows? But probably one. We've only got a few missions left of DMC1 S ranks. My DMC credentials are up to snuff. At least I have that going for me if I do a DMC review series. I'm like, look at these rank sheets. Look at this. I did this all on stream. Just so you know, if viewers were here, did it live, no cheating. There are witnesses. I am a Devil May Cry fanboy. I'm just an honest one. Oh, you did not slip out of that.
At 30%.
I might die. I did die. Fuck. Never seen a blimp run away from a light build this much. It's because the stagger is just, it's outpacing him. The chainsaw is too powerful. Why are you booing me? I'm right. I am right. It's true. The level design is not great. The enemy design is really counter fun a lot of the time. But like the core of the combat system is so good that it can kind of carry, but it doesn't, it's not that good that I can completely overlook the fact that these enemies fucking suck. And some of these levels are just a pain in the ass to replay. Like, you know, I load into them and I just don't want to do them, sort of pain in the ass, right? Is a bitch. It sucks because like the 7 hells are all pretty good. Like even with the super gimmicky ones, right? Like they're all pretty fun to fight. Literally everything outside of those guys is, it's like they actively tried to just make an enemy that completely dismantled their core combat system and made it not fun. Like, oh yes, giant tanky spiders that have no stagger. You can't fucking stagger them. Anything you do, they hit you right back. Doesn't matter. Oh, angels that fly out of your hit range for like 90% of your attacks and also don't stagger. Like depending, like every melee weapon has like 1 attack that's actually strong against these guys. That's it. You just use that over and over until you kill them. Like the game has such rough enemy design outside of the hells. The hells are amazing because they give you like actual freedom and choices with your weapons and go through walls. Thank you. I forgot that part. They do also go through walls. But who is Grey Wolf? It was just the guy's name on the guy that I fought like 8 times in a row. His username was Grey Wolf. They get you smiling when you see them, bro. When you're double S-ing the game, especially. Oh my god. When I'm double S-ing DMC3 and I'm sitting there playing one mission for like 2 hours, every room with the hells in them and not like enigmas or someone help me. What are the angels' names in DMC3 or the spiders? Like any of those? Oh, I know this guy. Any room that actually has the hells is a blessing when you're doing double S runs of DMC3 because you get so sick of literally everything else. Hello, Mario. Oh, shit. Oh, those missiles are gonna hurt. No! Respect the chainsaw! Fallen, I think you're right. The Fallen, thank you. After DMC 1, Dante Must Die, I think we might start DMC 4 S ranks. Because we literally haven't done any yet. Get some Nero action, some early Nero action. Down the line, get some batshit crazy Dante action. There's the pulse armor. I had to put the fear of God in Yan first with that chainsaw. Oh, the missiles hurt. I knew it. I knew those would hurt. Come back. Come back. Come on. You don't want the chainsaw? Oh. What happened? This has happened to me and Yan literally every match for like the last 2 streams. Every time I run into him on ranked, we just get a random disconnect like 2 or 3 rounds in. We haven't had a complete match in a while. He was still, yeah, it's not a plug. It's happened to us like every single time. Like we'll both actively be playing and it just randomly disconnects us. You would have had me. I mean, that round was going either way. I don't know if I totally had you. But, oh, the chess pieces are a mixed bag. Oh, I will say a lot of the chess pieces are actually pretty okay in DMC3. But some of them are not. Some of them can actually kiss my ass. It's really hit or miss. What does he have? He has Bashos, but I don't recognize the melee. I should be scared either way. He looks really light though. ACX or AC2? Ace Combat, right? Ace Combat X or Ace Combat 2? Actually, my answer is the same either way. If it's Ace Combat or Armored Core, AC2. Doesn't matter which we're talking about, honestly. ACX is fine. Ace Combat 2 and Armored Core 2, respectively, are both like some of my favorites in the entire series. ACX is like middle of the road. Okay, he has Blade. AC2 is like peak. There's no Armored Core X. Yeah, I was asking about the second one. I don't know. Sometimes I get a curveball. Bro, he's fast. He keeps zipping out of stagger. Oh, he has terminal? I don't know how the first one missed me. I unlocked the nest and I'm scared to try it. Heard I had to beat all the endings. You don't have to, but like you'll definitely enjoy the PvP more if you unlock all the parts and stuff first, in my opinion. I would have all your fun in the single player first. It would be my personal recommendation. And then once you've got everything collected, then you dig into the shit show that is the nest.
AP at 50%.
Yeah, we just raw damage this guy, to be honest. He's too fast. Uh-oh. How, bro? Fuck off. I was like on the boundary of it. That might have been legit. I didn't think it was gonna hit me. It might have like scraped me with the very edge. I don't know. That one, I think it's good. Still on my first playthrough. Oh yeah, definitely finish at least your first. For sure. Would I be down for a fight club against viewers in Elden Ring? Maybe. Maybe with the DLC we could do that. Like once the DLC comes out, we could maybe do a fight club. That doesn't sound like the worst idea, actually. Okay, same guy. I get my rematch. I'll take it. Replay value and mission design? I don't know, man. Oh, I was like, man. My computer's running hotter than usual. I forgot that my frame rate is not capped at 60 on this game, because normally for games that I stream, I cap at 60 just because I can only stream at 60 FPS. So there's no reason to put extra strain on my PC when I'm streaming. But there's the whole lock-on thing with Armored Core 6, where you literally get a statistical advantage if you're running at 120 instead of at 60. Don't know why that is. It's a crazy, what's it? Like, just thing in the system. Thing. Yeah, we're going with thing. Professional terms, I know. I am being full of myself. I'm not big on Souls PvP. I've never really gotten too into it. Like, it's always fun for a few minutes, but then I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I've never heard of this. Yeah. The tracking is genuinely more accurate at higher frame rates than lower. Like, the difference between 30 and 60 is pretty noticeable, and the difference between 60 and 120 is noticeable. And I didn't know about it for a super long time either. I was in A rank by the time that people in chat first told me about it. And when it came up, so many people in chat were just like, oh yeah, you didn't know? I thought you were on 120. I was like, what? No one told me about this. FromSoft always ties some key element to the FPS, thus breaking it somehow. It's wild. It's wild. But yeah, the FCS tracking is more consistent at higher frame rates on this game. This dude is cracked. That guy actually is. Like, I feel like he has a build that I should be able to beat really easily, but he's just outplaying me. Like, he's just better. He's just built different. He's running through me with a build that I would say is worse than mine. Especially, those are Zims on his back. This guy's running Zims and Ludlows, which is interesting. I don't know what he's gonna do, because I would think he's gonna try to stagger with Zims, but maybe he's gonna try to stagger with Ludlows and punish with Zims, or maybe he's just using both and he doesn't give a shit. I don't know. I don't know what this is about to be, but I'm kind of worried, because it's the not knowing that worries me, really. Those are Zims in his hand. Yeah, he's just swapping. I'm not gonna fly into you when you've got those, dude. He really just tried to bait me into the Zims. Pulse armor. Sort of spooky build. The shades. Use the shades for 20% more damage. I'm glad that he does this. I'm glad that he pops his pulse armor when I do, because then he just sets me up to get free damage in later when I stagger him faster the second time. I hate swapping weapons. Dude, weapon swaps can be really fun. You gotta find ones that can synergize. My favorite example that I bring up all the time, it's the Haldeman shotguns and the earlier pulse rifles, the bubble guns. If you dual wield those and you just swap between them, like use the bubble guns until they overheat, and then when they overheat, swap to shotguns, let out a blast, and then while the shotguns reload, swap back to the pulse rifles and use them until they overheat. Because they synergize, like while you blast the shotguns, your pulse rifles are going to come off of overheat. And then while you use the pulse rifles, your shotguns will reload and you swap back and it's just constant DPS. That build is super fun. If anyone hasn't tried it, I recommend testing it. Super fun. That's one of my favorite single player builds, is just using that weapon swap. It's like you're just a constant damage snowball, and it's awesome. Etzogens and that, I think that was a pile bunker, right? For a second, I thought it was a launcher. There he is. That is a bazooka. You were right. I thought it was a bazooka at first, and then I psyched myself out. Exogen match. I can't roll my R's. You get the point. RE4 Remake or The Last of Us 2? Do you know me? To be fair, I never played The Last of Us 2 because the first game bores me. Can't roll his R's, let's all point and laugh. You bitch, I have a tongue tie, okay? It's really hard for me because my tongue is literally stuck to the bottom of my mouth. Like, legitimately. No bullshit. That little, like, piece of, I don't know, I was gonna say skin, but it's not quite skin. Like, muscle that when you're a baby, like, kind of holds your tongue in place. Normally, the tongue being stuck is a legit thing. Yeah, hold on. Well, I don't want to pull up pictures. It legitimately is, there's that little muscle piece sort of thing that, like, when you're young, everyone has it when they're a kid. And it holds your tongue, like, in place pretty much. But then, for most people, it kind of, like, goes away as you age. For a pretty solid amount of people, it doesn't, to like varying degrees. I have like a moderate tongue tie. Like, it's not an extreme one, but it's enough that like I can't really, like, despite trying a lot to be able to roll my R's, I just can't. And every once in a while, it leads to a misspeak because like my tongue just doesn't move as naturally as it's supposed to. There's a little flap under my tongue that like holds it to the bottom of my mouth. So I can't quite stretch it as far as the tongue is supposed to go. Still gonna point and laugh. You could look up pictures of it. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna pull them up on stream because probably no one wants to see tongue pics. But if you're curious enough, just look up what is a tongue tie and go to images. I was like 300 in a dream, baby. You could just get real close to the camera and show us. I was about to say, I could just show you mine, but also, like, no one wants to see that. You don't need to see in my mouth like that. That meme potential is too free. You don't get tongue pics like that. Show us. No, look it up. Google it.
AP at 50%.
Where are you, rat?
30%.
Ah! I hate electricity builds so much. Today I learned I, in fact, also have a partial tongue tie. Does make it harder, but for the most part, it's a skill issue. It makes it harder. I can't do it. I've tried. If I had it, I would be fucked. I tried a lot when I took Spanish. I tried to learn. I did all the mouth exercises. I did the whole thing. I tried. like really hard, really consistently. I just can't do it. If I ever go back to studying Spanish, I'll probably work on it more and try to get it, but I've just never been able to do it. My tongue don't move like that. Maybe it's a skill issue, but my tongue just don't move that. It doesn't do that. Oh, this doesn't look awful, but this could be annoying. I also have that everyone in chat is like, wait a second. I've had this my whole life. And it's hilarious because I know that everyone who's now figuring out that they have it either has looked at their tongue very extensively in the mirror before or is literally like looking into their own mouth to see. And they're like, holy shit, I have one. I can just picture that there, like, when I said it, there were like at least 5 people who like saw the picture of it after looking it up and were like, do I have that? Went up to the mirror like, looking at the bottom of their tongue. Turned on their phone's camera and flipped it around. It's okay, this is a safe space. It's just... Everyone learns somehow. Is that 9-ball? It's not named 9-ball or anything, but like it does have a vague resemblance. Bro, I cannot be playing like this right now. I don't have my pulse armor. What am I doing? Not to self-diagnose based on Google. I mean, it's a literal like flap. Like you can just see it. Like, yeah, don't self-diagnose based on Google, but also it's like it's there or it's not. Like it's not like a complicated thing to diagnose. You have it or you don't. It is a cosplay build. Okay. But yeah, also, if you self-diagnose on Google with most things, it's like, oh my God, I'm dying. I have a month to live. It's a meme, but like it's true. You look up literally any symptom on Google and it's immediately gonna show like the worst case scenario. It's just like dude, I had an issue in Florida where the water that like ran through my shower at my second place was dehydrating my hands, like only the palms of my hands, nothing else. But it would dry them out so bad that the palms of my hands would be like pure white and like super crusty and like dehydrated for hours after I showered. Just in a matter of minutes being exposed to like my shower or my sink water, the palms of my hands would get so fucked from it. I mean, Florida water, right? Like, you know, anyway. And I looked it up when it started happening after I moved there. And the first thing is like, oh yeah, this is like a thing, like a sensitivity to water that develops like, you know, in teens or like young adulthood. That normally is like a sign that you are carrying the gene for cystic fibrosis. And I was like, oh, that's bad. But then my doctor actually looked at it and he was like, no, this is fine. He was like, honestly, it's probably just the water. It's probably just something in your water at your apartment. Sure as shit, I moved back to Minnesota and I don't have it here. I never had it before living in that apartment. I moved out of that apartment. I haven't had it since. It was literally just the water there.
AP at 50%.
Which worries me. It's like, what the fuck was in that water?
30%.
What was that caused that exactly? But at least I'm not carrying the CF gene. Because if you don't know cystic fibrosis, it's awful. It's a like disease. It's genetic. You're born with it. It doesn't go away. Lifespan for if you have it is not great. What is the lifespan for CF actually? I know it's not like, it's not one of those things where it's like, oh, you'll die by the time you're like 10. Life expectancy. 3 decades. So in like the 90s, if you had CF, your life expectancy was about 30. But nowadays, it's apparently about 50. Apparently, it's gotten a lot better. So maybe, I thought it was still like around 30. That was my understanding, that it was like 30 years old. I mean, 50 is still like, you know, your life expectancy being about 50 years old just because a gene that you have is rough. Like, that is just brutal, but not as bad as 30. The Stephen Hawking? I don't think so. Is it? Did he have it? It's a lung thing. It's like your lungs are like coated in mucus. Like your body just keeps producing this like copious amounts of mucus in your lungs. It like makes it hard to breathe. I show this man courtesy. How does he respond? Charges his laser cannons and flies in for the kick. No heads up other than just seeing the lights come on. Oh, come on! Chainsaw moment. Chainsaw moment. Ow, ow, ow. That hurt a little bit. Turned out it was just a good old UTI. Prostate cancer, Jesus. Actually, one of the Tekken creators that I watch just uploaded a video. It was like an honest to goodness, like these are so dead at this point, but it was just him telling a story on stream. It was just this 10-minute video of him telling a story. Terminal armor, my beloved. When he was like in his 20s, he was super, what's the word when you're like constantly worried that like something is wrong with you? Is it anemic? Is that doesn't seem right. I can't remember what the term is. He was that though, where he was like constantly worried that there was something wrong. And he had like some like stomach pains around Christmas time, like Christmas Eve. And so he goes to the emergency room because he was like so convinced, like so anxious about it, that he had prostate cancer. And he went to the emergency room and was like, I need a prostate exam now. And they were like, you probably don't need one. You're in your 20s. Like, it's incredibly uncommon to get prostate cancer that young. And he was like, I'm dying of cancer, please give me. And so they gave him the exam, and he goes into detail about the process of getting the exam. It's a very funny video. I need you to shove your fingers up my ass now. Genuinely, that is the story. He's like so anxious and so like self-convinced that that's what's happening, that he just goes in on like Christmas Eve and is like, I need you to look now. And they didn't want to, but they did. They eventually caved just for like him having the peace of mind. Hypochondria. Thank you. I was like, anemic is not right. As soon as I said it, I'm like, that's all I can think. It was one of those things where I knew it was wrong, but after I said it, I just like, that was the word that was stuck in my head. I couldn't think of what it was. Hypochondriac. Thank you. The full story is very, like, he's a wild storyteller, and he's very, you guys, it's the guy who, when I was looking at the anti-Dragunov stream or video on stream, it was that guy. The guy who was like, so what you want to do here is you want to sidestep Dragunov and you want to put your penis in his butt cheeks. And I was like, okay, noted. Penis, butt cheek, got it. Learning how to play Tekken live on stream. It was that guy. So he says some wild shit just normally. And him telling the story about like going into the hospital and being like, I need you to fist me right now. Like, it's wild. It is something, dude. Anemic is a blood condition? I knew it was a condition of some sort. As soon as I said it, I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for. That's something. He teabagged, did he? Oh, that's some lag. Hello. Work in my favor, please. It did work in my favor. Youch. Plasma cannon's hurt. Yours promos yet? No, we're like halfway through A4. Sidestep into fucking Dragunov is optimal. It is. Sidestep into Doria. Well, if you were there for the clip, someone clipped it, right? Hold on, can I pull up the clip, actually? We're finding a match now. I think someone clipped it. I clipped it? Okay. There is a clip. The sidestep, the particular move that he was talking about sidestepping, Dragunov like flies past you because of the momentum. So it genuinely is like you end up behind him. It's not like you ended up next to him. Like you're pretty much, you get 180 turn, you're behind the guy. So he was like, yeah, you want to sidestep him and then run up, put your penis in his butt cheeks. And I was just like, okay, you got it. I'll do that. Also, Grey Wolf is back. We just can't seem to avoid one another today. Oh, that's gonna, yeah. I kept boosting straight forward with the javelin. I was tunnel visioned on actually trying to shoot him. Ow. Oh. I should not have won that round. The same build as last time? Same build. This is the one I was fighting earlier. He absolutely, like, I was so dead that round. I can't believe that that played out the way it did. Yeah, now he's scared of the chainsaw. He has assault armor, that's right. That's a big part of the reason that I was winning, because if it was this build with pulse armor, I guarantee you I would not be winning against him as much as I was. Pulse armor is like the best way to counter my setup. If you have pulse armor, it locks me out for like twice as long as otherwise. Terminal armor, you just eat the chainsaw. Like if you have terminal armor, you've lost the matchup. Like there is no hope if you're running terminal armor against the chainsaw. Because as soon as I stagger you once, it's like, yeah, just hold this 10k damage. Like, what are you gonna do? Terminal armor doesn't save you from that, right? Assault armor is like, you can pretty hard counter me with assault armor, but it's way easier for me to play around and like bait out to where you just don't get to use it, right? I'm playing him again. God damn it. AC6 is really just matching me and this dude against each other today. I might wait after this just so that we don't keep playing the same guy. Like 10 matches in one stream is enough. Even though I'm winning and I could keep farming it for the most part. I don't feel like I've earned my rank if I just farm it off of like a good matchup. I should have saved this. This was really dumb. He's probably gonna win this round because I did that. You know, there's the whole rock, paper, scissors thing going on the entire time. And I kind of just threw, and, you know, I needed to throw rock, I threw paper. 9 AP! Oh yeah, I was gonna pull up penis and butt cheek. That clip is great. I don't know how to find clips on YouTube. If you go to the channel page, like, you know, you click on my name, scroll down, like all the way down on just the home page. Like just there where it shows you, like, you know, popular videos, like all that stuff, just scroll down. I lost. Unless I just pull the most godly moves here, I've lost. Because I forgot he had assault armor. Like I said, it can counterplay me if I'm being dumb. If I have it in mind, I can get around it. Not all clips appear. Yeah, it is like top clips. So who knows? Actually, I wonder what's on there. If there's anything new on there. Now I'm curious. I'm going to my channel page. Oh yeah, there's new stuff on there. Is penis and butt cheek on there? There's no Tekken clips on there. No penis and butt cheek. It's in the Discord. This was good timing because I've played that guy like 10 times, so I was gonna let him cycle anyway. Here it is. Penis and butt cheek. Oh, I'm in the bottom too. Perfect. So yeah, I'm watching this guy's like anti-Dragunov breakdown because he's a high-level player, and he plays characters that I do too. He plays Kazuya, right? So for me, he's a great resource. So I pulled him up just to learn some Dragunov matchup midstream, and then this happened. Session is great.
And put your penis in between his butt cheeks, right? Do your biggest back turn on it.
I'll do that.
Right?
You see that? The way that he
Penis
whips like fully around on that sidestep instead of just ending up like
I'll do that.
to his side. Because Dragunov just keeps flying forward. That's what I was talking about. So it is genuinely like, you know, he goes all the way in front of you. You're looking at his back. If you do the electric as Kazuya, all I'm saying is I'm putting something in his butt cheek. That's for sure. Holy face cams. Yeah, there's like 3 of them. When I pull that up. Oh, Yan, we're gonna disconnect. Woo! Maybe, Yan, if we play really fast, we might get a full match. If we just play breakneck pace, we might be able to close it out before the disconnect happens. Yay. If we just play super fast. Most aggressive gameplay against a flamethrower you'll ever see from me right here. Because this is just an awful idea. Come here, chainsaw bitch! Come on! Boosh, 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 boosh. Round 2. This is where it tends to happen. Shit. Oh, ow. Any second now. I'm just waiting for it. Oh, are you fucking kidding? I had to open my fucking mouth. Why? What is this? What a sore loser. Yeah, imagine the plugging. I don't know why we can't get a match, bro. Tekken works. Tekken works just fine. I don't know. My Discord just restarted itself. It's awkward. What is that emblem? Assault. Oh, okay, not assault armor at least. That would have been really bad if it was assault armor right there. Lesbian flag, I think. It's weirdly specific. Not the flag itself. The blood splatter on it is concerning. It has some weird dots on it. Oh yeah, for you guys, it might not be too big. It has blood because womanhood. That would be insanely out of pocket if true. I don't know, the blood splatter is kind of, you know, it could just be edgy, but it's also just, I've been on the internet long enough. Could be a period thing. I don't know. They're actually gonna rat me out for this because I have to go to them. I don't have a choice. Unbelievable. For better kicks? I don't kick. Unless I have a reason to. Bro, how does that reach me? Your little dino legs are so far back there. But Miyazaki's like, yeah, you got that. That's good enough. He just personally gives it to you. What the fuck? These kicks are insane. Chole doesn't stream on Kick. I don't. It is about that time though. And I am going to go get tacos with the boys. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing Armored Core 100%. We're currently on Nexus. Disc 1, near the end of Disc 1. We're working through it. What are we? Oh, tomorrow's Ace Combat. We're doing Metal Gear. I've been playing Ultra Kill for the first time. We're doing a lot. So, come back for any of that. Also, if you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like on stream. Algorithm stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Tekken when? I think Tekken... I have it scheduled for this week, like before Friday, like some weekday this week. I'll be scheduling more of the streams publicly soon, so it'll be up. It'll be out there. Tekken at some point this week. We will be doing Tekken. I will whip out the Kazuya live, and it will be a good time. And I fixed my game, so we can actually play in the lobby now. Anyway, If you're looking for links to anything outside of YouTube, like Twitter, Discord server, whatever, those are in the description. Other than that, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you always back here next time. I hope you all have the rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.